Dani Arishah. Today my friends and I will present about tips on negotiating in UAE. Do you know UAE is a country in Western Asia which is located at the eastern end of Arabic Peninsula and shares borders with Oman and Saudi Arabia, while having maritime borders in the Persian Gulf with Qatar and Iran. According to Gulf News, the UAE national population is less than 20%, making it one of the countries with largest foreign population in the world. Let's move on to the negotiation process by doing business in UAE. The first process is UAE culture emphasizes its citizens to have the character of loyalty that is true to their groups such as family, tribe, organization, or country. Therefore, most Emirates place a high value on establishing deep friendships with others and frequently expect to do so before finalizing by doing any business transaction. By developing connection with others in the UAE, it might help the businesses to build a strong networks. Initial contacts and meeting are the second process when doing business in UAE. It is very important to choose a local intermediary who can use current connection to establish initial interaction when conducting negotiation in this country. This individual will assist in bridging the culture gap as well as improving the effectiveness of the commercial operation for the business and let them decide how quickly the businesses engage with them initially. By giving details such as attendance, titles, position will let people know who they will be meet for. Ultimately, when negotiating in the UAE, the main things that you need to bear in mind is respect and loyalty, were prioritized over the humble negotiation. This is because being critical during negotiation in other countries can offend people's feelings. Therefore, as a business person in the UAE, we should avoid doing so and should prioritize traditional value over decision making. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sulaiman bin Yusman, and today I will show you some tips on negotiating in the countries of UAE. The first topic I want to share is about bargaining behavior in UAE. The UAE economy is expanding despite recent downturns in the global economy because of its liberal business-friendly policies. Understanding the UAE business culture and in particular the negotiating norm is crucial to assess this world of many commercial prospects. It may be challenging to do business in Arab nation, particularly if you are unfamiliar with the culture of the rules of negotiating in Dubai. In UAE, there are 5 rules or suggestions for bargaining. Rules number 1 is state that you must first earn your partner confidence in order to negotiate in the UAE. It's a good idea to express interest in your partner family's hobbies and favorite sports before engaging in discourse about business-related subjects. It is advised to start meeting on the like note in the UAE. Tips number 2 is to respect their culture, custom and religious belief. Islam is profoundly ingrained in UAE society and affects both daily personal and professional life. Please keep this in mind when negotiating in Dubai. Try to dress modestly if you are going to business meeting in UAE. Please avoid wearing shorts, sleeveless clothing and other exposed clothing. This is significant for Middle East as a whole, not just for United Arab Emirates. This guideline applies not to only ladies but also to males. Especially if you want to make a good impression, the best course of action is to favor formal business-like appearance. And tip number 3 is to consider particulars of having discussion. People from the West and Arab would prefer to communicate a rather carefree manner. There is a difference in social model. For instance, when it comes to social convention, Europeans are more adaptable and liberal, but Arabs tend to be more socially conservative and stick to certain language ritual. When it comes to their physical proximity, Westerners and Arab tend to be closer to one another while conversing, but Arab like to maintain a gap. And for tips number 4 is to stick to the golden rules of business relations. It is it is important to remember some essential point when holding business meeting in the UAE. Okay, first, in the golden rules, first is be adaptable. When negotiating, the capacity of flexibility and adaptation is crucial. You should have well-defined plan as well as the necessary amount of flexibility to accept compromise without giving your objective. Second is be dependable and accessible. To see result, company activities in Arab nation must be continuously monitored. To Westerners, this could appear annoying and disturbing. Yet to Arab, it is normal. And lastly, try to become friends, not just business partner. Family values and friendship are essential in the traditional civilization like the Arab world. These interpersonal ties frequently take priority over business ties. And for tip number 5 is try to avoid common mistake in conducting business negotiations. Be prepared to wait a bit. In UAE, the sense of time is very different from the perception of the Western world. Here, everything goes much slowly. Without understanding their culture difference and having a tough strategy and short-term goals, you can dramatically reduce your chance of reaching a successful agreement and miss potential benefits.
Hi, my name is Afina Nadhirah Binti Rahmat. I will continue with communication style in United Arab Emirates. Different techniques for communication our ideas, emotion, and view are referred to as communication style. The UAE's official language is Arabic. However, Farsi, Iran's language, dramatically affect the local dialect. Many business people, particularly young people and those in position of power, are fluent in English. Emirates usually speak in quiet, gentle tones. Anger is frequently indicated by a raised voice, which is a very dangerous indicator. People usually chat near standing about 2 to 3 feet apart. Even if it is closer than your comfort zone allows, do not back away. Doing so could be a sign that you are uncomfortable around your counterparts. Communication is generally rated indirect. Emirates Arabs typically employ complex language, making it difficult for Westerners to pick out the actual content. They adore flowery language, exaggeration, and other rhetoric and typical consider eloquent individuals more reputable and trustworthy. Because open disagreement and confrontation are uncommon in the Emirates, you will rarely hear a direct no. When a person says yes, he or she may mean possible. Ambiguous responses such as "we must look into this" or "we will think about it" usually mean no. Alternatively, a respondent may deliberately ignore your question. Another approach to convey negative signals is via silence. It is crucial to employ a similarly indirect approach with your counterparts, since they might regard you as harsh and demanding if you are too upfront. Gesture and body language are usually more restricted than in non-Gulf Arab countries. Men tend to make frequently physical contact. In any case, they might greet each other by hugging and kissing or walking hand in hand. All of these are merely signals of friendship. However, never touch someone's head, not even a child. As Muslims consider the left hand unclean, use it only if inevitable. The bottoms of your shoes are likewise regarded as dirty, and you should avoid revealing them to the others, especially sitting on a cushion. Pointing at people or things is disrespectful. Instead, wave your outstretched hand towards the things. The thumbs up sign is an offensive gesture throughout the Arab world. Eye contact should be regular, nearly to the point of staring. It conveys sincerity and helpful trust. Arabs in the Emirates prefer displaying happy feelings. Next is decision making. The process of choosing choices by recognizing a decision, acquiring information, and evaluating possible answers is known as decision making. People in this nation demand to work with clear lines of authority, and company hierarchies may be strict. Even though business is becoming faster, decision making in the UAE may be a tedious and methodical process. Decision makers typically assess what is the best for the group or organization and may consult with others. As a result, decisions often need many levels of reviews. Although final decision-making power may be delegated, this may swiftly alter if subordinates fall out of favor. As a result, gaining the cooperation of top executives will be critical. Emirates businesses may not depend much on regulation or laws while making judgment. Instead of using general principles, they frequently evaluate the unique scenario. Personal sentiments and experiences influence more than empirical data and others' objective truth. People in this area may be hesitant to take a chance. If you want them to endorse a dangerous move, you may need first to make them feel at ease with it. You are far more likely to succeed if you have a great connection with your opponents and have gained their trust. That's all for me. I will pass to next presenter.
Okay, for the next point is conflict management in UAE. The way in which administration and management can resolve the conflict can be summarized in step-by-step process. For example, number 1, identify the underlying issues that is causing the issues within the company. Number 2, conduct an investigation to discover the cause of the issue. This might incorporate holding a welcoming focus group to employees are free to talk about their issues. Number 3, member gathering might be held to solve problems. Representatives from each hierarchical level should attend such sessions. Actively engage in order for everyone to an opinion on the topic. Number 4, after employees have found a potential solution, it should be suggested to management with the hope that all parties would subsequently agree. Management should be aware that they can't always be in charge. The interests of both the administration and the workforce must be considered in the best solution. Number 5, implementing the plan to end organizational conflict is the final stage. Both employees and the upper management must be given implementation duties. And lastly, number 6, assess the effectiveness of the solutions once it has been put into practice. Okay, that's all step by step. Okay, managers should uphold policies and procedure and request that staff member overlook the transgression of their fellow workers. According to Harvard Business School management expert Rahmat, they can aid in developing an organizational culture that is understanding of the wrongdoings of the others and tolerant of them. That's all from me. Thank you.